parade is going to come from this direction. They'll look like they're marching out of the Capitol, which is what they did in 1865 from the Capitol steps. They're going to march past us here, and when they get past us at the end of this block, they're going to do what the USCT calls a, what do you call it? A wheel, a left wheel, and make a U-turn. We call it a U-turn. And go back past us a second time to 12th Street, and they're going to span down 12th Street. Once they pass that second phase right there, the parade is officially over. Many of the people in period dress who are not carrying weapons will come up and join us in this stand. So you're going to see this crowd grow exponentially as the parade goes on, and then we'll have a very large group here by the end of the parade. Now, in a few minutes, at about 12 o'clock, we're going to be entertained by music from our period band that's setting up down here. We have a group of young people from a middle school and another professional choir that are going to sing for us. They're going to do something that happened in 1865 also. In 1865, 2,500 DC public school kids stood on the steps of the Capitol and serenaded these soldiers as they were forming up. We couldn't get 2,500 of them today, but we're going to get 250 out here before the day is out. And then we're going to join in with them. And so we're all going to make a joyful noise. Some of you all are going to sing, I'm just going to make a joyful noise. And that's what my preacher says. So I just want to give you a little bit now. As the parade comes down in this direction, I will introduce some of the people that are in the parade. We have the order of march here. I'll introduce some of those people that are in the parade. And as we get closer, I will also introduce some of the people that are in our audience. Now, we reserve these seats here for people who are in period dress. The middle section is reserved for officers who are in period dress, and then we have seats in the back and on the sides, and as we grow, we'll make do out of whatever we have here. Okay.
And we all had to leave because Richmond is a hard road to travel, I believe. This proclamation That same dreaded Jackson, this fellow laid his wax on it, made it by compulsion of cedar. Pope rapid flight from Manassas' second fight, 'twas his very last appearance as a leader.
I want to thank you all for being here on this very, very special occasion, the Sesquicentennial anniversary of the closing of the Civil War, 150 years ago. Wow. I bring you greetings on behalf of our Mayor Muriel Bowser, and just want to say thank you so much for coming out and participating in this very, very significant anniversary in our nation's history. I have the pleasure, thank you to Frank Smith, I have the pleasure of officially starting off this wonderful parade, which, as he indicated, is already underway. So before the band continues, I just want to say thank you again and enjoy the parade.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. If you peel your eyes to the left, you will see the combined Military District of Columbia Honor Guard that is leading this parade today. Ladies and gentlemen, to honor America, the Military District of Columbia Honor Guard. Followed by the United States Coast Guard Command and Staff. This is the representatives of the United States Army coming home from the 4-year war. One reporter said that this army, which at one point reached about 2.5 million people, on these 2 days in May, marched past the reviewing stand back into civilian life. Hopefully never to be called again for this purpose. So we're pleased to be here to bear witness to them today as they pass by.
Passing before you is a unit called the Zoops. They were volunteer units raised, and they chose to wear a uniform that is far different from others. As you will notice, they're wearing fezzes and leggings, and they have the red hats on. This is the National Regiment. Included in the National Regiment, you'll find a contingent of troops from the Army of Northern Virginia Confederates who volunteered to come up and wear blue and join in the celebration. Ladies and gentlemen, this is General Sherman. He's commanding the 2nd Division today in the parade. They made a long march from North Carolina in time for the parade. There's his colors and his staff. Troops representing the Federal Volunteer Battalion and Vengeance. You have the consolidated unit, the 105th Illinois, the 1st Battalion, Army of Northern Virginia, the 27th Virginia, the 28th Virginia, the 30th North Carolina, 4th Texas, 5th Virginia, and the 7th Louisiana.
Sir.
Pick it up and move it right out there.
And moving forward the reviewing stand at this time will be the 8th United States Colored Troops Cavalry. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 9th U.S. Colored Troops Cavalry. They're also known as the Buffalo Soldiers. They served in the United States Army out west after the war, right on up into the 1900s. Following close behind the Buffalo Soldiers, you have the 3rd U.S. Colored Troops Cavalry, the 4th U.S. Colored Troops Cavalry.
Okay, let's give the Buffalo Soldiers a big hand, y'all.
Big hand to the Buffalo Soldiers.
Soldiers came west, as they say, and they mostly made their reputation guarding wagon trains and the mail carriers after the war. Okay, and they're followed closely by the ambulance corps. Let's hope they don't have anything to do out here today except parade. It is hot, but we have 2 wagons in the ambulance corps that are passing by at this moment.
Got a hat on?
Right.
Okay, let's hear it for the ambulance corps. Then following behind the ambulance corps is a group of marching civilians. And in this group of marching civilians is a number of descendants of African American soldiers who were not allowed to march in 1865. And this year, on their behalf, they are marching. Many of these descendants have been in town for several days. We have several events at the African American Civil War Memorial. We had a candlelight vigil there last night where they told their own story about their soldiers and lit a candle at the site on the memorial wall where their name is located. And so we want to say thank you to all the families. Some of these families are located here this evening in our stand. I want to say thank you to them. They kept this story alive. We know that sometimes the people didn't even believe them when they were talking about how they were going to start and the Civil War. And I think you all know that when the Civil War started, there were 3.9 million African Americans who were held as slaves in the U.S. When the war was over, slavery was ended forever. Many of these soldiers would go back home like Robert Smalls and get elected to local office and then the federal office. Robert Smalls served here in Washington for 12 years as a congressman from South Carolina. And now joining me in the reviewing stand, ladies and gentlemen, is the man who won the war, General Ulysses S. Grant. General Grant, welcome, sir. Tell us a little bit about the march. What was the night coming out here?
We have shown the world that we've got the greatest army in the world. And no one will ever try us again. Thank you all.
All right, thank you, General. Okay. So once again, we're going to welcome all of our families. I think the largest family out there, there are two I know that are very large. The Granberry family from down in Tennessee. Will the Granberries give us a shout out from down there? And of course, the Johnson family. Ricardo Johnson and his family. Can you give us a shout out? Some of them up here in the stands and some of them marching down there. Thank you all for coming. And of course, the ladies are Freed. We have an organization called Freed. The ladies are Freed who are there and marching in our band and in our parade. And we also have been joined in our reviewing stand by the lovely ladies in period dress who are represented on both my right-hand side and my left-hand side. Thank you all very much for standing behind these men and making them the strong, victorious characters who come to us out of the history book as people who have to win this war. So thank you all very much for being the wives and the mothers, for feeding them when they were hungry, and binding their wounds, as President Nixon said, when they were sick. So a combined song now to close this out. The combined choirs now will join us, and everybody, we are all going to join in this one song together, okay? So the choirs are all going to gather here in front, here under the direction of their choir leaders. The young people are going to join us with this group too. And we're going to have a combined choir now sing with the Federal City Brass Band, y'all. This is going to be a wonderful rendition, so hang around for a minute. Let's close this out in the way it should be closed out.
the great-grandson of Peter Williams, who joined the Union Army in 1862 as a contraband when General Grant and Sherman taken over Savannah, Tennessee. He was there as a slave to Jack Williams, and he followed the Union Army from there with General Grant. I said, you can't tell me that I spent 30 years in the military and I didn't know my great-granddaddy was a Union soldier. Well, I just started digging in, and finally I got to Fort Phillip, and that's where I found out all the information. The only thing that hurt, I'm 81 years old, and I couldn't march. I had planned on march, and I got my uniform and I planned on march. And my wife looked at me and said, I know you have lost your mind. Get over there and sit down.